A game of werewolves. A stuffed wombat production.
This is the Shirehampton Stuffed Wombat Society with their performance of A Game of Werewolves. In a corridor filled with works of art, suits of armour and the heads of majestic stags, a woman wearing a headset nods silently to fashion icon Nadia Wriggleroom. With her black fringe trimmed to millimetre accuracy, Nadia strides purposefully down the corridor and sweeps into a large wood-panelled room. Despite its size, a circular table in the centre takes most of the available space. Around this sit 8 very stressed-looking people, eyes darting frantically from face to face. Strategically placed cameras record the participants' every squirm of suspicion, each prickle of paranoia. Nadia glides to a halt over a black wooden circle in the floor and addresses those present.
Players, congratulations on your excellent teamwork today. Your combined efforts have added £5,000 to the prize pot. Cold comfort for poor old Gareth, who was brutally murdered last night. Will you manage to find a traitor today? Your record so far hasn't been exactly stellar, has it? Look around. Who can you trust? Who is lying to your face? Question every little detail. The floor is yours.
Was that you, Dick?
Yes.
Well, clearly you were lying last night when you said you could eat baked beans all night with no ill effects.
I don't think it's the beans. I'm just jolly nervous. Look, James, I can assure you it's simply the stress of the game getting to me.
Especially if you're a traitor.
You have to believe me, Margaret. I'm not a traitor. Remember, Celia Imrie farted, and she wasn't a traitor. Honestly, it's nerves.
I'm sure it's nothing. I'm feeling pretty windy myself, if truth be known.
Perhaps you two are working in cahoots then.
Of course we're not. That's what a real traitor would suggest. Shift the spotlight onto others. Zung? Dick.
Is that what you call Dick when you're in the tower discussing who to murder?
No, honestly, I'm not a traitor.
Then why did you call Dick by his surname?
It's a habit I picked up at public school. We all called each other by our surnames. You know, everyone called me Mugg and Dick Zung, so...
You went to school together, did you? That's strange you failed to mention that up until this point.
Look, I'm not a traitor. It's far more likely to be you, Penelope, or Margaret, or Fatima. Fatima's been very quiet so far.
Why do you think it's me?
Because you're a woman.
So?
It's statistically likely that one or more of the traitors is a woman. David, a man, banished.
David, please come up here and reveal whether you are a faithful or a traitor.
I have had so much fun playing this game, and I would have loved to have stayed longer. But you lot really need to up your game, because I am, and always have been, a faithful.
Brian, a man, murdered. Ian, a man, banished.
Ian, please come up here and reveal whether you are a faithful or a traitor.
I've really enjoyed getting to know you all, but man, you guys are dumb. You're barking up completely the wrong trees. Find a traitor for me because I am a faithful.
Gareth, a man, didn't show up for breakfast this morning, murdered. I think there's some blatant misandry going on in the tower.
Could somebody tell me what misandry is?
It's like laundry, Ben. The traitors have to wash and dry their clothes up in the tower. It's jolly dirty work.
Always the joker, Bill. Ben, if you really don't know what misandry is...
I don't. English isn't my first language.
Misandry is the hatred of or prejudice towards men or boys. You know, the opposite of misogyny.
Oh, we don't have that in Bognor.
You mean in Bognor, and yes, of course you do.
No, seriously, there aren't any men or women on Bognor.
Oh, pull the other one, you two. I'm seriously considering putting one of your names down tonight.
You're probably wondering how on earth Mugg and Zung ended up as contestants on the Traitors game show. You'd be fully justified in your curiosity. Allow me to wind the clock back a year to a planet 18 light years from Earth by the name of Bognor. Two strange-looking octopus prawn creatures, look, don't ask, are watching the closing credits of BBC One's The Traitors on TV. Look, I said don't ask. They just are.
What a brilliant ending, eh, Bill? Who would have guessed that someone who looked so blatantly guilty could get away with being a traitor?
I reckon we could spot a traitor a mile off, Ben.
Perhaps we should have a go then.
What? You mean apply to be on the programme?
Yeah, why not? We could go as disabled twins. That'd help the programme makers fulfil their disability quota and get a family element into it too. Are they both traitors? Is one a traitor? Or are they both faithful?
Good idea. Our appearances and disabilities need to be fairly basic. Remember the batteries in our cocks?
Chromatic optical confusticators.
Might need to last a couple of weeks, so no tattoos or fancy hairstyles.
Fair enough. Do you want to fill in the Take Part application on the BBC website? I'll rig the selection process so we get an audition.
Sure. Should we get Mugg and Zung selected to play the game too?
Oh, that would be brilliant. I wonder how much we can make Dick Zung sweat.
Given a couple of days, I'm sure we can really annoy Timothy Mugg too. He's hilarious when he gets riled.
So now let me take you forward a few days to Dick Zung's house, where we find Timothy Mugg sitting in Dick's kitchen drinking tea and discussing the unexpected post they've both received. It looks genuine, old boy. Like I said, both your letter and mine are on BBC-headed paper.
It still seems bloody suspicious to me. I mean, why would they want us to apply?
The letter says that the programme makers are trying to ensure the participants come from a diverse set of backgrounds, and they've given age, sexual orientation, disability, mental capacity, ethnicity and country of origin as example categories.
I wonder which one we fell into.
Probably age or mental capacity. Come on, Mugg, this could be fun. Let's at least go for the audition.
All right then. If nothing else, it'll make a fun day out. Anyway, we've got nothing to lose. And think of the prize money if one of us wins.
Do you want to see Bill, Ben, Mugg and Zung's auditions? Of course you do. Well, you don't actually have a choice because that's where you're going next. Jenny, the producer, is about to introduce Bill and Ben to Diane, their interviewer.
Diane, can I introduce Bill and Ben? They've come all the way from Bognor for the interview. Bill, Ben, can I remind you to look into the camera behind Diane while we conduct the interview? Thanks.
Bill, Ben, pleased to meet you. Oh, identical twins, how wonderful. That'll add an interesting twist to the programme. Who's who?
I'm Bill.
I'm Ben.
Right, so Bill on the left, Ben on the right. You'll have to forgive me if I get you mixed up. So let's start with the obvious. Have you both had the withered arm, the oversized ear deformities, and the weirdly high-pitched voices from birth?
Yes. Our poor mother was so shocked when we were born that she had a heart attack and died.
Oh, our distraught father couldn't cope with the loss of his beloved wife and threw himself off the nearest cliff.
Oh my word. I'm so sorry. So you're orphans too?
Yes, I think that's the accepted definition of our situation.
Well, that would certainly endear you to the viewers if those facts ever came to light. Now, you said you were from Bognor. I've got a friend in Chelsea.
We're from planet Bognor, not Bognor Regis. Bognor's about 18 light years from Earth.
Ah, yes, very funny. If you're from Bognor, why do you look so human? Setting aside the oral deformity.
That's just to disguise our Cox project.
I beg your pardon?
He's talking about our chromatic optical confusticators, or COC, cock for short, not COCK, cock.
Oh, you said that with such a straight face. You're having me on, aren't you?
No.
You seriously expect me to believe you're aliens?
Yes. Only some of the things we said aren't true.
Okay, and they were...
He's lying.
You're playing the game, aren't you? God, you're good. Hey Jenny, I think these two are going to be perfect candidates.
Agreed, absolutely. Look, thank you so much for coming. We'll be in touch about when filming starts. Diane, I'll show you Bill and Ben and bring out the next two candidates. Right, Diane. I'd like you to meet Dick Zung and Timothy Mugg.
Thanks. Please take a seat. Now, Timothy, the application form asks why you think you'd make a good candidate for the show. You've just put my military training. Could you elaborate?
Well, as part of our training, we were given an intensive course in interrogation techniques, both from the perspective of an interrogator and of a prisoner.
Fascinating. Can I assume then that as a member of the military, you were required to sign the Official Secrets Act?
Oh, absolutely. Probably one of the first things I did when I signed on.
Yes, that makes sense. So, where did you go for this interrogation training?
If I remember correctly, it was held in a small field office not far from Poole, you know, up in the Highlands of Scotland, well away from prying eyes.
How exciting. It's so beautiful in that part of the world. Did you know anything about this, Dick?
Yes, he talks about his military training all the time. Sometimes it's hard to shut him up.
Do you think your friend Timothy here would make a good traitor, Dick?
Oh no, he's far too honest.
Oh, thanks a bundle, Zung. That's half my chances.
Don't worry, Dick. I'm sure you've got what it takes to be a good contestant. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself? All I've got on the form in your About Me section is that you're a big fan of baked beans and champagne.
Well, I do love baked beans.
Yes, you put that on the form.
And I can drink champagne all day long.
Yes, and?
Well, that's about it, really.
Is there really nothing else about you two that might make you interesting or entertaining candidates for the programme?
We do have an arch enemy called Adolf Brussel. He's a world-famous supervillain.
You know something?
What?
You're both dreadful liars and dull as ditch water. I don't think you could conceal the truth if it was locked in a bomb-proof safe at the bottom of a 100-foot mine shaft.
Oh.
Some of what we said wasn't true. There, gotcha.
Really?
No. Oh, God, I don't think we're cut out for this, Mug.
Jenny, could you show these two out, please? Hope you have a speedy trip home.
Oh, thanks very much.
I was lying.
Oh. Pretty disastrous, wasn't it? So, how did Mugg and Zung make it onto the show? Well, they didn't. At least, they didn't until, for some still unexplained reason, the BBC Director-General got involved with contestant selection. Had Jenny, the producer, been slightly more observant, she might have noticed the merest hint of a lilac tentacle poking out of the bottom of the DG's Savile Row suit. As it was, she was too surprised to spot Ben's little ruse, and so the deed was done. All this leaves us, well, back where we started, at the round table, where Bill and Ben are engaged in a staring competition with Margaret. It's a battle she has absolutely no hope of winning.
OK, I won't put either of your names down.
So who do you think the traitors are, Margaret?
Well, it won't be you or Timothy. You're both too stupid to be traitors.
I resent that.
It's far more likely to be Fatima or Penelope, or possibly both of them.
You would be making a big mistake. I am 100% faithful and have been from day one. Anyway, where is your evidence?
I spotted you two whispering about something in the library the night Brian was murdered in plain sight.
Oh, that. Well, if you really want to know, it was about your dreadful dress sense.
What's wrong with the way I dress?
Do you honestly think that a pink and white striped jacket goes with a blue and green checked skirt?
Look, I had to pack in a hurry. Anyway, you...
ladies, this is all getting a bit too personal. Can we try and stick to potentially traitorous behaviour and outright lies rather than fashion crimes?
Right. I'm putting your name down, James.
Whatever. Look, why do you never get a straight answer from Bill or Ben here? I've got friends in Bognor and they've still not told me which road their house is in.
Look, matey, I keep telling you, we live on Bognor, not in Bognor.
Yeah, and what does that even mean?
Ha. Bill's just messing with your head, James.
Well, it's not exactly faithful behaviour, is it? How can I trust a word he says?
Trust me, you can trust him.
Yeah, to be a traitor.
I think it's more likely that Dick and Timothy are traitors. Why did they leave it this long to tell us they were at school together? Perhaps because they've got something to hide. Nadia tapped you on the left shoulder, didn't she, Dick?
No, she didn't.
Ah, so it was the right one, was it? Traitor?
She didn't tap me on either shoulder. Anyway, how would you know which shoulder Nadia taps people on?
Because I watched the last 2 series on telly, dummy.
Yeah, oh.
Players, the time for debate is over. Please write down the name of the person who you think is a traitor. Are all the votes locked in? Good. Right. We'll start with Dick. Who have you voted for and why?
Fatima. I'm only going with my gut, though.
Timothy?
I voted for Penelope. All she's done today is criticise people's dress sense. She's not come up with any theories about who the traitors are.
OK. Penelope?
I'm voting for Margaret. I think the uncoordinated clothing is a cover for the fact that she looks better dressed in a traitor's cloak.
OK. So a quick vote check. That's 1 apiece for Fatima, Penelope and Margaret. Margaret, who have you voted for?
Bill. I don't think he blinked once during the entire round table. He's clearly hiding something.
James, who have you voted for and why?
I've gone with Ben. I don't think he lives in Bognor. Everything he says is a pack of lies, so traitor.
Right. Quick vote check. That's 1 apiece for Fatima, Penelope, Margaret, Bill and Ben. Bill, who have you voted for?
Timothy. Why didn't he tell us that he was at school with Dick?
Fatima, who did you vote for?
Like Bill, I want to know why Dick and Timothy failed to mention they were at school together. So, I'm voting for Dick.
Right. It looks like it's up to you, Ben. Who did you pick and why?
Right back at you, James. Everything I said is 100% true. I am a faithful.
So that's 1 vote each for... Oh, Christ.
Don't worry, Nadia, we can edit that out. Can you redo that line, please?
So that's 1 vote for everyone. We have a tie. Contestants, we'll have another round of voting. And if it's still a tie, you'll draw lots to see who's banished. Once again, we have a tie. Jenny, how do we resolve this?
I think we're going to have to resort to... Hey, you! You can't just waltz in here while we're filming. Oi, where are you going?
Evening all. I'm afraid we're going to have to pause proceedings here.
Look, who are you? Can't this wait?
Detective Sunshine and...
You're Nick Sunshine.
Yes, and any more remarks like that, sir, and I think you'll find yourself locked up in a cell for the night. I don't want to hear anyone humming. You are the sunshine of my life. Good day, sunshine, or sunshine on Leith. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it me, or are policemen getting younger?
Sir!
Sorry.
Good. Right, I'm sorry to interrupt your little game, but I've got some very sad news for you all. One of the contestants, a Mr. Evans, you probably knew him as Gareth, was murdered last night.
Yes, we know.
Oh, do you now? Well, I think I'll have to ask you to accompany me to the station.
Why?
You're under arrest on suspicion of murder.
Look, I'm not a traitor.
Yes, she is. She murdered him last night, just like she murdered Brian the night before.
Ah, then I think I'll have to bring you in for questioning too, sir. Your name is?
Dick Zung. Look, why do you need to question me? Can you just wait until the show's broadcast?
Well, sir, you seem to have intimated that there's another murder victim's body that hasn't been found yet.
Look, officer, no disrespect at all. But you do know that this is just a game, don't you?
I don't think poor old Mr. Evans would see it that way. A dog walker found his body in the woods, not far from your hotel, around 9 a.m. this morning. It's taken us several hours to identify his remains.
I think it might be time to leave, Ben.
I heard that, and no, you're not going anywhere, any of you.
Oh my, that explains why he wasn't in his room when we went to pick him up. We assumed he'd gone out for a walk or something, because we knew he'd been murdered.
So you knew?
Murdered in the game, detective, not like for real. Anyway, because he'd been murdered, there was no rush to get Gareth to breakfast. Players usually expect something's up long before they get the note on the chair. We thought we'd do the reveal shoot later in the day.
Do you normally let your contestants out without a minder?
No, but like I said, we weren't that concerned. He was out of the game anyway.
Okay, I'm going to have to bring you all in for questioning. Follow me, please. The police vans outside will take you down to the station. We'll need to get a statement and a sample of DNA from each of you.
Flippery yobber, Ben. A DNA sample?
Don't worry, Bill. It'll be fine. Trust me.
Detective, do you know how much money it costs a day to make a programme like this?
No.
Tens of thousands of pounds.
Not my problem, madam. Now, if you'll follow me. You too, please, Nadia. Detective Sunshine speaking.
Good morning, Detective. It's Erica from the lab.
Great. Have you got some results for me?
Well, yes. And, no.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Yes, I have the results of the DNA swabs you took.
So that's good then.
Except that 3 of them seem to have been contaminated. The ones labelled Bill and Ben had strong matches with prawn and mayonnaise respectively.
Oh.
One of your officers can't have been too careful when they had their lunch.
Okay, we'll get the samples retaken. You said there was a problem with 3 samples. What was wrong with the other one?
Well, you said Gareth's body was found by a person out walking their dog, yes?
That's right.
I think the dog might have found the body first, if you see what I mean. I haven't been able to confirm the exact breed of dog yet, but the sample definitely has some canine markers. It'll take me a while longer to see if I can confirm the breed. In short, there isn't a match to any of the contestants or the production team.
Shame. I suppose we'll have to let them all go then.
Sorry I couldn't provide something more conclusive.
Would you like some more tea?
Yes, please. Well, all I can say is thank heavens for that. I got a call from the police this morning to say that I was no longer a suspect in the case.
Yes, they called me late last night, too. I gather from the production company that this series of the show has been canned.
That's annoying. We were both so close to making the final 5 and the £70,000 plus prize pot. Poor old Gareth, though.
Indeed. There's still no news on what actually happened to him. I hope the police make a breakthrough soon.
Yes, let's hope so for his family's sake.
Anyway, going back to the game, who did you think the traitors were?
Well, possibly Penelope? Never trust a smiling shark.
Interesting.
And maybe either Bill or Ben. I still don't think I could tell who was who. What about you, old boy? Did you have any idea who the traitors were?
Absolutely. You're spot on with Penelope.
How can you be so sure?
Because I was the other one.
Never.
Your best friend, a traitor hiding in plain sight. Don't worry, I was planning to take you with me to the end.
Oh, thanks a bundle.
I'd have shared the prize.
But you'd have taken all the glory. You little bugger.
A Game of Werewolves was written by... hang on. You don't know what actually happened to Gareth, do you? Oh, well, let me take you back to the night before he was murdered.
What was that? What time is it? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. There's someone at the, Is that a note being pushed under the door? Oh, it must be something to do with the game. It's got a wax seal on it. I wonder what it says. Let me get my glasses. Dear Gareth, you have been chosen for a secret mission. Please make your way immediately to the far end of the hotel car park, nearest the woods. You must not draw attention to yourself. Signed, the Traitors. Crumbs, I'd better get dressed. Blimey, it's cold. Good thing there's a full moon, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see a thing. Is that someone waving by the edge of the woods? Oh, it's Nadia. Hang on, wait for me. Look, don't go into the woods. Wait! Ah, there you are, Nadia. What's this all about? Am I going to be a traitor? You're shaking your head. Has your hair grown?
It looks much longer than it was at lunchtime. You're smiling. What's so... My word, I didn't know you had such long canine teeth. Are they some sort of prosthetic? You're shaking your head again. Why won't you say anything? Am I missing something? You're pointing. Yes, I can see. It's a full moon. Those don't look like the fingernails you had at lunchtime either. More like claws or talons. Look, I really don't like... Oh, my God. It's that creepy-looking gardener, too. Why is he on all fours like a dog? My goodness, you're... Werewolves. Oh, God help. Ouch! That really hurt. No, ow! Stop that! Ow! Ow! Ah!
A Game of Werewolves was written by Tim Reed and starred Richard Hall as the announcer, Alien Bill and Dick Zung. Tim Reed was Alien Ben and Timothy Mugg. Sam Scarf was Nadia Wriggleroom. Paddy Fowler was James. Jill Barrington was Margaret. Hazel Hall was Penelope. Adil Abu Al-Qub was Fatima. Grant Cassidy was Faithful David. John Mountjoy was Faithful Ian. Florence Smith was Jenny, the TV producer. Caitlin Astbury was Diane, the interviewer. Freddie Gorton was Detective Sunshine. Sarah Gorton was Erica, the lab technician. And Clive Barrington was Gareth Evans. Sound effects were faithfully reproduced, and it was a stuffed wombat production.